John's in Reading. John, question or answer?
It's an answer to your golfing Fore question.
Yes. Why the word Fore?
It's actually shortened from, I think it was something like look out before, certainly from the word before. And it was from the days, I think, the Napoleonic Wars, something like that, where they had 2 rows of soldiers.
Before as in front of me.
Yes, as in before, as in look out before, shortened to before, and then it was shortened to Fore.
So the first rank of soldiers would duck, so the second rank of soldiers would fire their guns.
They reload their rifles.
Yeah.
The rear rank would then shoot, and then they would shout the warning so they didn't stand up and get shot in the back of the head.
A Fore. Look a Fore.
Yeah.
What are your qualifications?
16 years in the military, and I tend to pick up on military stuff, and it sticks in my noggin for some reason.
I'm going to give you a round of applause on this, because it's a beautiful answer, and if it turns out not to be true, I will be disappointed, but I've got no reason to doubt you, John.
I'll refund you tomorrow.
Yes, I will, yeah. Tomorrow you have to ring in and give it back.
It's to the golf one.
Is this a steward's inquiry?
Yeah, I think it's a steward's inquiry.
John, I have to warn you. I've met John in Reading. He is a very big and burly ex-military man. All right, but if you want to start tweaking his nose and calling him a liar, that's absolutely fine by me, Graham.
This is the thing, you see. Now, this is the thing. So he doesn't live that far away, so I'm going to be careful here. Right. Okay. So back in the day in golf, they would have 2 types of caddy. One was a caddy that would carry the bag. The other was a caddy that would go ahead to find the golf ball in all the types of bushes and heather and gorse and everything, and they were the Fore caddies. And when the guys hitting their golf ball would hit it offline, they would shout Fore to get the attention of the Fore caddy to tell him to start looking because it's gone over towards him. They didn't really care about people getting their head down. They were more concerned about losing their golf ball.
Yes.
And because a lot of the people that were playing golf in the time were of the military background, they quite enjoyed shouting Fore because it was what they used to shout.
So they did used to shout it as soldiers?
Well, they probably did, because the man in the army's probably right, but it's to do with getting the attention.
No, I don't think he is. I think you're trying to cover your backside here a bit, aren't you? I think the man in the army got it horribly wrong. John was in the Navy anyway, wasn't he? Not the anyway, it doesn't matter, but he got it horribly wrong. I think it's all about the Fore caddy. I think you're right. What are your qualifications? I'm
a golf professional, and you will see Fore caddies written all over golf courses in pictures and that. When you go around the clubhouse, there'll always be a picture with a Fore caddy and things like that. So it really couldn't be simpler. Here comes the ball, fella. Start looking out for it. Exactly. So it wasn't even saying get out of the way originally. It was saying it's coming. Keep your eyes peeled, pal. And that applies probably to firing cannons in the army, but in golf it's to do with the Fore caddy. Graham, here is your... Have you got any top advice for the fellow who asked the question? Because he's only just started playing. He's just progressed up from the driving range to the courses. If he could afford a sparkling professional like you, what would you say to him rather than show him on the very first lesson to make him a better player than he is now? There are things you can do to use your time better, but if you do want to play lots of golf, go and see your local golf pro and sign yourself up for a course. I thought I said, can you give him any advice? Not, Graham, give yourself a free advert. I must have misheard myself. It's 12:46.
Question for you, James.
Carry on, Terry.
7 Sisters Road over in North London there.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Who's the 7 Sisters, mate?
Do you know, I bought a book a couple of years ago, so I'd be able to answer all these.